Hello and welcome to... Ow! Oh! Ah! Ow! Six of the Best. A quick trip around some of Scunthorpe and surrounding areas, most outstanding features and places of interest. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of 6 of the Best. Now this is the Crosby Hotel. The crest on the front reads Floreat Lindum, or Floreate, whatever, Latin in it. And that translates to Let Lindum Flourish, and the Lindum refers to the city of Lincoln. The 16-bedroom Crosby Hotel was constructed in 1910 for the People's Refreshment Houses Association Limited. It was designed in an attractive Edwardian arts and crafts style. Beautiful. It officially opened on the 11th of May 1911. To the rear of the hotel, there were once bowling greens, a tennis court, and a rose garden. Even had a greenhouse. The Crosby boasted a public bar, a billiard room, a wood-panelled dining room, I want one of them, and a first-floor ballroom. The ballroom, many of you would have known latterly as the Hangar, where Charlie, my cousin, was the landlord. Great place for live music, yeah. Still holds many fond memories for your musos out and around Scunny. Cracking place it was. Good old Charlie. The Crosby Hotel was the 94th licensed house for the People's Refreshment Houses Association. It's like the People's Front of Judea thing, innit? Anyway, which was rooted in the temperance movement. And in the memorandum and articles of the association, under the heading Aims and Objects, the company stated its intention to, wait for this, encourage people to drink less, and that every one of their hotels had to provide food to minimise consumption of alcohol. How did that work out for you? Whose idea was that? This is Scunny, for God's sake. Anyway, it was in my time for a period called the King Henry VIII, or King Henry. Many local successful football teams played there under the pub's name. But for me, there can be few remaining buildings in Scunthorpe to match the grandeur of this once majestic and magnificent Crosby, and how it's been allowed to become the broken shell you see before you now is nothing short of a crime. The Crosby. Okay, just across the way we find Scunthorpe Central Library, built in 1974. Now originally it had a state-of-the-art smoked glass pyramid entrance, a bit like the Louvre or that place in Paris, but we had books and stuff in it instead of like art and that. A striking, imposing structure with very few windows, other than at the back. And it has to be said, having spent many hours over the years in the library, it does feel a tad claustrophobic. During the late 80s and early 90s, I was a regular visitor because they had a massive audio section and you could take out 5 albums at a time. So I used to go in and I would always choose 3 artists that I was familiar with and 2 randoms that I'd never heard of. And I still recall with delight on my first hearing of the Ringing Bowls of Tibet. it was a classic. Couldn't strictly sing along to it, would never pass a whistle test, but I'll tell you what, it was a classic. Unless you had tinnitus. Stay clear. Since its refurbishment, which clearly didn't include a quote for Windows, the library is a central hub for many aspects of Scunthorpe life, and recently the Register office, has been relocated there, so this place is going to be around for some time. Last year I renewed my membership after 25-year absence, and as soon as they decide to print some books with bigger typing, I'm there. Well, I can't see out with these glasses, can I? Varifocals, don't get me started on varifocals. It's either too far away or too close. Anyway, Scunthorpe Central Library, get yourself a membership. Right, come on, let's go get some fresh air. This is Hawkstow Bridge. It is a suspension bridge that spans the new River Anco. Yeah, not the old one, the new River Anco, near the village of Hawkstow, would you believe? It was designed by Sir John Rennie, completed in 1836, and is a Grade 2 listed building. Now, at each end of the bridge are rusticated stone piers in the form of 6.5 metre, and for us commoners, that's 21 foot, towers, which form archways above the road. The single span measures 42.6 metres. What the hell's that? 140 foot, I'll tell you, from centre to centre of the masonry towers, and the entrance to the bridge through the archways is 3.5 metres. 11 foot. Yeah, wide. Now, at normal water levels, there is a 15 foot 5 inch clearance beneath the bridge. And for you kids out there, that's 4.7 metres. So Hawkstow is one of only a handful of early suspension bridges in Britain to remain as originally designed. But it didn't survive completely unscathed, no. In 1979, repairs were needed after the tractor unit of a 23-ton articulated lorry fell through it and into the river. I remember that. I was living at Winterton at the time. It destroyed a quarter of the bridge's deck and damaged the attached suspension rods, though the rest of the structure remained intact. In September of 1979, it was listed as Grade 2. Oh man, there's some serious memories down there. Me and me mates, we used to spend summers on end there, jumping off the bridge, fishing, or just dossing about. Proper halcyon days. Now, the bridge is under maintenance currently, so hopefully it shall be back to its former glory. Hawkstow Bridge, top spanning. Right, back up to Hawkstow, turn left, get to South Ferriby, straight on up the hill on the 1077. You will find this gaff, Middlegate Lane Quarry. It's used for chalk extraction for cement making at the Cemex UK Cement Limited, South Ferriby Cement Works, on Sluice Road down the bottom, yeah. South Ferriby's various quarries have yielded some interesting and rare fossils over the years, and indeed continue to through both natural erosion and industrialisation. Fossil hunters are regular visitors to the area, and even Wayne Rooney was rumoured to have been sighted there. Although it transpired, Wayne was trying to hunt down some very different fossils. Yeah, as Wayne does. Pervert. But as you can see, the open cast has been a quarry and chalk supplier for many, many years, and long may it continue. People need chalk. How are you going to mark out hopscotch without chalk? Eh? Eh? Because I'll tell you now, there's none of that hard white dog muck anymore that we used to use. No, it's all gone. Okay, back to town we go. This is the former parish church of St. John. It was built in 1889 at a considerable expense of the steel baron, Lord St. Oswald. Yeah. Or Roland Wynne, to give him his normal council house name before he got up himself. Yeah, Winnie, know your place. Originally consecrated in 1891, it was designed by Joseph Stretch Crowther. The church served the community for nearly a century before being deconsecrated in 1984. The last weddings held there were in 1983. Chances are they're not together anymore. The late Victorian Gothic Revival style church, that's what struck me as well, was brought back into use in 2000 when work began on the modern extension that would turn into the Visual Arts Centre, which I have to say is an absolute credit to our town, showcasing both local and international artists alike with regular rolling exhibitions. The 2021 Visual Arts Centre, as it is known, have licence for civil ceremonies in a number of rooms, including the main nave space of the church, the chancel area, the bell tower and the education room, with its floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the sculpture garden and rose window. Now, if you've not been to 2021, you are missing a treat. There's always something on or happening, and as you see, there's plenty to admire just from the outside with its highly decorative stoneworks. You can look at this building 100 times and you'll always find something new that escaped you. Particularly now the scaffolds and the covers have been removed. It is splendid, as you can see for yourself. And finally, to my favourite building in the whole of Scunny. Originally, this was the town's police headquarters and magistrates' courts, built in 1894. The Grade 2 listed building, located on High Street East, was designed by James Thorpe and features Jacobean architecture. Beautiful. The original purpose: the building was constructed in 1894 as the police headquarters and magistrates' courts for Lindsay County. Its design was by surveyor James Thorpe. Yeah, a man of note. The architectural style of the building, it's Jacobean style with decorative elements like shaped gables and tall chimneys. You might say perpendicular. Historical preservation. The conservation into a church preserved some original features such as wooden roof trusses, panelling and the former courtroom. For many years it was the home of the Ukrainian Catholic Church of the Holy Cross and is now, as you can see, a retail outlet. I just love this building. If I was around, say in 1894, I would have committed a crime like, I don't know, sheep rustling or cat burgling, you know what I mean, or pig wrangling. I don't know. Just so I could appear in this architectural brilliance of this building, yeah. But all I got in the 80s was a crap courtroom, a few chairs, and a fat bloke giving me a fine whilst wearing a wig. Yeah, weirdo. And to top it all off, on this particular occasion, it wasn't me who did it. No. Didn't get caught for the others. Anyway, I'll leave you with this beauty. Enjoy.